the top reps, I really believe this might be true. A rep might be able to execute more high value activities before 9 a.m. than their competition. That the rep who is in, when the organizations get to AI first go to market platform, stage 5, their reps are working because they got digital teammates working for them. Digital teammates are out there busting their hump, doing all this stuff for the rep. And then the rep is turning their brain on and doing a great job of being able to go out and do the human value add. They're having more calls. They're having more conversations with customers.
AI-powered seller.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the AI-powered seller. I'm your host, Jake Dunlap. Very excited to announce founder of Journey AI. If you have not checked out Journey yet, it is a love, passion project. Really focused on all of you, on sales and sales leaders. It's really the first ever set of go-to-market assistance, and I'm so pumped it's live. So go check it out. It's meetjourney.ai. Also CEO of Scaled Consulting, author of Innovative Seller, USA Today bestseller, and, payroll manager, and about 55 other jobs whenever you run a company. So excited for today's part 2 episode. I hope all of you are as well too. Today we are going to talk about the later stages of AI maturity. And I did part 1 a few weeks ago, so make sure if you did not check out part 1, go back and check it out, where I really started to get tactical where most companies are today. And I wanted to do this part 2 to help organizations understand what the next, what does really good look like, and I would say this is top 5% type stuff. And I think most sales leaders, revenue leaders, they want to get there, right? But they're like, I have no clue. So if you have not listened to the episode a few weeks ago, I highly recommend you go check it out. It was a very popular episode in terms of people, commenting, getting a lot of value out of it. So definitely go check it out if you have not. And we're going to jump into it. Today is going to be an action-packed episode, lots of tactical advice, but also hopefully some things that will get you thinking to say, you know what, it's time. For me, what I love is when I meet with a sales leader and they finally get out of their own way and say, we got to do something. We just can't sit here and keep talking about Gen AI or, we bought it for everybody. It's yeah, but just because you bought it doesn't mean it's going to actually work correctly. And so just a quick recap, okay? So definitely go back and listen to the full episode. But let me just give you a quick foundation check on the last episode. In the first AI maturity episode, I just talked about the kind of stage 1, 2, and 3. The first is what I call wild, wild west, which is you got everybody doing their own thing. Maybe you have a license for a company-wide thing. Maybe you don't. A few people have it, or maybe just leadership has it. You have no idea who's using what. But look, hey, I would rather my team use Gen AI and get value out of it than not use it. Which, hey, kudos to you. There's a stage 0, which is command and control probably, which is hey, we've shut down access that we didn't get into. But stage 2, I call this kind of emerging assistant, kind of prompt library assistant land. And this is usually whenever you've really defined 2, 3, 4 core use cases for some teams. You've either built out maybe one assistant, or you have some prompt libraries, things like that. But you're starting to get more structured. You still don't have maybe a roadmap for each group. Where sales, here's the things we're going to be building this quarter. CS, here's the things we're building, marketing, etc. You're kind of sharing in pockets, but you're starting to get a little bit more serious. That's my kind of emerging assistant, kind of initial team adoption level. And then stage 3 is what I call connected workflows. And this is, where I left off on the last episode. And this means AI is starting to get integrated into your tools and systems. It's not just a standalone tool. Maybe it's pulling in data from your CRM or from Slack or from Teams or from Zoom or from something like that. But you're really starting those first phases of data integration. That there are guardrails in place, and not guardrails in a bad way. It's more so you've already built out, even more assistance, for them. I was just on with a VP of engineering right before I'm recording this. And, we were talking about this idea, and he's like, look, I'm getting ready to do a training with our organization around, prompting, et cetera. And then, we're as we go through it, I'm like, or you could just build them, assistants or custom GPTs. He's like, I know. He's like, I know we're training on some of this stuff that we could be doing more of. So I think most people, I would say, are 1, 2. That's fine. Stage 3 is to me the foundation. Stage 3 is, we've got a program at scale. We call it our AI Jumpstart program. And in that program, we build out a handful of assistants for one group. We build out one automation, and then we build out Kanban boards for different groups. And by the way, please rip that off. You don't have to work. So many companies, I'm like, just do this. Like, I promise you will come back to me, whether you pay me $1 or not. So if you are ready to move forward, let's say maybe your company is like, they're not ready yet. I highly suggest we have the first ever sales and revenue leadership AI certifications on the market today. These are not BS Zoom webinars. They are 6 weeks. It is not too late to sign up. You can watch the first few, and we can assign you to a pod as a part of it. The rep certification is going to show you how to create your own assistants, how to build automations. The manager certification will do that and teach you how to use it in your day-to-day interacting with your reps. So if you are serious about not getting left behind, this is how you get ahead before 2026 while everyone else is still waiting around for the company to give them permission. And so, that concept of department by department, Kanban board for each one is really the right way to do this. But really, every single one of you listening, your goal should be to get to stage 3, Q1? Yeah, Q1. I'd say if you're not there yet, if you don't have assistants that each team's using for their own specific workflows, you haven't built out some automations, whether that's to automatically log data in Salesforce, whether that's to check on some notes in Slack or something like that. That is, to me, the new foundation. Also a great show on Apple TV if you're into like sci-fi type stuff. So shout out to the foundation for everybody too. So without further ado, let me jump into stage 4. And stage 4 is a land, I don't know how many people will get there by mid to end of next year, probably not as many as I expect. But it's a land that we should all be striving for. The cool part is, if you're a sales rep and you're listening to this, getting to stage 3 is something you could do on your own. There's enough tools out there. Most of you actually have the ability to build assistants or agents and you don't even know about it. I can't tell you how many of our clients, they use Copilot, and it's like, you see where it says agents right here? Like, we're going to do that. We've got actually one of our clients, Portland Trailblazers, shout out to the Trailblazers. We're doing a workshop with them on Friday around this. But you can do the same thing in Gemini with Gems, ChatGPT, you can build custom GPTs. So, you as a rep can certainly do a lot of that. If you're interested, I'll also put a link. We did a whole article on this. We got some great visuals in there. It's called The 5 Stages of AI Maturity. I'll also link to another article, which are the 5 stages of individual competency. So if you're kind of thinking, hey, what does this mean for me? What should I do? Go check out the full articles, forward them to your team. I think you'll get a ton of value from them just in terms of, a more tactical roadmap. That's really why we put together all of this content. Is I think it's really hard to know, gosh, what does good look like? Because we're still so early in this process and so many people are still trying to figure out how to get started. And so our goal here is to try to find different ways to get you to, let's get you to the foundation, right? Okay, so stage 4 is what we call automated insights. This is really the step in your journey where AI stops being something you use and AI starts doing things for you proactively. By the way, Gen AI gave me that statement. I was like, that is really good. I was like, how do you describe this? It's like, this is how you describe it. It's like, that's exactly right. So what shifts is, look, it's able to look at patterns. It's able to say, I think I know what we're trying to do here. Think of things like external signals. This is to me is one of the easiest ones. What it does is it understands who your top 50 accounts are. And every single day it is going out. Oh, hey, Jake, here's something that they talked about. It's then looking at the people that you're reaching out to. Oh, Johnny Smith posted on LinkedIn. Here, do you want me to go ahead and write up a quick little comment back for his post? Yes, I would like you to do that for me. Great, here you go. And think of this as it's going ahead and automating, ripping in an annual report. It's, comparing that annual report to last year's annual report and saying, hey, here's some things you might want to talk to their head of marketing about. It then says, okay, Jake, based on that, do you want me to go ahead and send this email? So again, it's a more intuitive system. And by the way, all of this is doable right now. I am not talking about the foundation, science fiction. I'm talking about the foundation reality land. And reality land is you can do this in real time now when you're ready. And, just imagine this new seller, their morning starts with, look, forget these crazy third-party intent signals. The marketing department of some random company visited a page on this article. Give me a break. Come on. You know what I care about? Like their CTO or whoever posted this exact topic, which is something I solve for. That's a little more valuable, in my opinion, right? And every morning you come in and you go, Jake, go take these 5 actions, or and it's assisted by to say, hey, do you want me to go ahead and do these 2 and then you take this one? Yeah, I got you. Okay, great. Let's do that. So think of it like that. Like these are automated insights. It's telling you what the insights are. It's in not only automating the insights, it's an automating part of the action as well too. For my managers out there, automatic deal risk flagging, right? This is maybe a 3 to 4, call it like potential of where this one falls. But this is where we're doing this for companies now, where we're ripping the conversational intelligence, pulling out the API, working with a sales organization, and it's not just MedPick, guys. There's a million tools that can say Jake didn't ask for the champion or whatever. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about real deal review. We're talking about real, like diving in and saying, this is what I know a good, great call looks like. Not did Jake check a bunch of boxes. And then I'm auto-scoring that, and I'm automatically slacking that to the rep. And then from that, even as a manager, maybe I'm only listening for 2 or 3 things on that call. Maybe I'm working with Jake Dunlap on Jake's executive presence. Jake needs to do a better job of communicating to his CFO, which could be true. And instead of it looking at all the different parts of my call scorecard, what I'm actually looking at is I'm looking at the ability to just look at Jake's executive presence in that call. And so instead of it going through and it's analyzing all the call, maybe it's just working with me on the top 2 or 3 areas that I need to get into. But that is automated insights, right? Automated insights is it stops becoming something that you prompt it to do, or even as an agent or assistant, it prompts you. It starts just doing all these things behind the scenes. All right, so that is stage 4. Okay, that's my automated insight stage. Stage 5. Make sure if you are getting value out of this video, though, first, always, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I do my best, commented what would be helpful. I love it. Each video we get multiple comments. People say, Jake, can you go deeper on this? Love this, clarifying question. So make sure to subscribe, comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening in your car or maybe on your run, make sure to, you get back when you get to a safe place, make sure you sign up to get downloads when the new episodes come out for sure. Stage 5. AI first go-to-market platform. AI is not a tool anymore. AI is the operating system. One of the sales leaders who I really admire, shout out to a friend of mine, Larry Sweeney. Larry said, I really think we probably will be using these AI systems more than CRM. So absolutely we will be. That's exactly right. And instead you're going to have your AI go-to-market hub. The AE logs in before Salesforce. Overnight, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 41 digital teammates going out and doing a bunch of stuff for you. It's automatically logging all the activities you did from the day to day. It automatically goes out and makes your morning brief for you. It can't make your coffee yet, but maybe it will get there. It could probably order it. It could definitely order it. It could DoorDash the coffee for you. Marketing immediately gets an email, sees which campaigns to pause based on the pipeline data, which ones to flag, which ones to optimize, right? And for me, the top reps, I really believe this might be true, that a rep might be able to execute more high-value activities before 9 a.m. than their competition. That the rep who is in, when the organizations get to AI first go-to-market platform, stage 5, their reps are working because they got digital teammates working for them. The digital teammates are out there busting their hump, doing all this stuff for the rep. And then the rep is turning their brain on and doing a great job of being able to go out and do the human value add. They're having more calls. They're having more conversations with customers, right? And all this nonsense, the logging of data, the calendaring, the follow-up emails, the stuff that's really not that value add. And that's what you have to realize is we're talking about orchestrating motions and redefining the job to where if it is not interacting and adding value to people, we do not have people doing it. It automatically sends, it sees that John Smith asked for a reference for a client on ABC. It sends an email, it looks at your current client database, it looks at, maybe people have a health score over 80, and then it slacks you, hey, you got this email from John. I think you should introduce him to these two. What do you think? My friends, all this is doable today. Everything we are talking about now, you can be doing in your organization right now. And so we're going past, this stage 4, which is, hey, it's doing a few things for us here. It's going past, it's surfacing a few insights to where it's taking actions on our behalf. And that's okay because you can put guardrails around it. This is not 2023, everybody. This isn't this hallucination era. Well, Jake, what if it hallucinates? Guys, we're not talking about automating, a customer interaction at a key point in a deal. And in fact, I can tell it never to do that. And again, it's not always perfect, but it's pretty dang perfect, right? And like we always say is AI will never be worse than it is right now. So if you are somebody who is struggling to comprehend why you would do this, I'm actually trying to empower salespeople to only focus on the customer conversations, which I think almost anybody would want to do. I want my sales leaders out there, instead of focusing on asking and answering the same stupid 20 questions every week, stop the madness, automate yourself, create the digital John or Susan or Rachel or whatever. And then you can go and add value, hop on a call, do a really great one-to-one coaching session, etc. Right? And to me, I want you to think about what this can do for your organization, the strategic moat that this can help your organization form over the course of the next 6 to 12 months, right? They're not going to be able to buy any of these new tools to outperform you. They won't. If you focus, instead of on buying the latest and greatest technology, you just focus on implementing generative AI and getting to stage 3 first, then stage 4, then stage 5, your competition will not be able to keep up. In 6 to 12 months, everything I'm talking about, I promise, is going to be table stakes. Every single thing I'm bringing up about the ability to automate this or do this or check in with you or pull this data in, all of that is going to be table stakes over the next 2 years. And so even if your company isn't there yet, you as an individual need to start to build your competitive moat. I truly believe that you as a seller or you as a frontline leader or as a VP, a CEO, whoever is listening to this, you can truly future-proof your career and your performance in your organization by even just doing part of what we're talking about here. And I think, look, if you start today, your company is going to be ready when the next big shift comes. Because a lot of this is about change management. A lot of this is about change management in terms of the way that organizations think about their people's day-to-day. It's really a shift in how people work. And so your people can either start shifting the way they work now, or they can do it in 6 to 18 months. And then you and the competition's already been shifting. And so the brutal truth, I have to tell you just from the data we've looked at, is 90% of companies are stuck in stages 1 to 2. Only 10%, from the clients we work with, we would even remotely consider in stage 3, and maybe only 1 we would consider in stage 4. And so the organizations that think this is something cool or a new tech or I know we need to get started, now is the time to get started. And again, I cannot stress this enough. The whole reason I'm doing this show, the AI-Powered Seller, is to make sure we bring what's up next and what's doable now that you should know about so you have something to strive for. So that's what I got for today's episode. That is stages 4 and 5 of our AI maturity. You can check out the full links in the show notes for sure. And again, if you enjoyed the video, you got value, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share it in your Slack. Hopefully this is a pretty quick hitter little episode someone can listen to. My voice, I know me at 1.5 speed is a lot. So, maybe put it at 1.15 and you should still be able to follow along. So again, if you didn't listen to the first episode, go back and check it out. Make sure you go back, you listen to that. I think my homework on that episode was for you to kind of gut check where you're at, put together a plan to get to the next phase for sure. Make sure, check out the full articles. If you're ready to get to stage 3 immediately, just sign up your whole team for Meet Journey AI. Meet Journey AI automatically gets you to stage 3. It has all these pre-built out engines. It allows you to sync all of your accounts. So you have new workspaces for all of your accounts. All the assistants then know that they're working for you on that account. So if you're trying to get ahead, you don't want to go through it all, just sign up for Meet Journey AI. The team will take care of you for sure. So that's what I got, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep making sure you are staying on top of this. There is no bigger shift or change in sales today. People still buy from people. People will continue to buy from people, but the AI-powered seller will be the one that they want to talk to. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you on the next episode.